In the past 50 years, the country of Korea has had a strong transformation to become one of the most dynamic economies in the world. We are proud to be a part of Korea's dynamic economy. Welcome to Unico. Unico was established in the year 1996 with the opening of the headquarters in Seoul, South Korea. The first factory was built in Liaoningsheng under the name Dandong Unico Garments to nurture global competitiveness and expand the current sales network. Unicoglobal VN was established in 2006 with plans to build 4 workshops to which production would be transferred. The first workshop was completed in 2007. Through the following years, the other workshops were built, and the Unicoglobal VN, as we see today, came to be in 2011 with the completion of its 4th and final workshop with a yearly capacity of 1.3 million high-tech woven garments. In 2014, the board had decided to invest $12 million in a new factory planning 4 workshops. This was to meet the increase in demand from overseas and domestic buyers and to expand the business in a long-term perspective. Currently, Unicoglobal consists of the headquarters in Seoul, the first factory in Baksang, and the second factory in Yenbai. The headquarters currently holds ownership over the 9th floor of Woollim W City, where it's located. The headquarters performs 2 main functions, which have been delegated to its administrative team and domestic sales team. Located in Korea, the domestic sales team has the advantage of being able to meet face-to-face with domestic buyers and consult with them. Currently, the domestic sales team is in charge of general domestic order management, and the administrative team is responsible for the general management of Unico with financial management, human resources management, export-import management, and so on. Unicoglobal VN is located in Baksang, a province filled with young and plentiful seasoned workers. The factory spans over 5 hectares of land with a building area of 3 hectares. Currently, Unicoglobal VN is home to over 2,200 employees, making it the largest factory in the Yeonjung district. The overseas sales team is located in Baksang and is capable of developing, purchasing, and managing production orders. Because the sales team, development team, production team have direct communication, they are able to create the most optimized synergistic effects for the workflow. Unico's development team is devoted to making internal innovations according to market trends and buyer needs. For instance, the 3D pattern reduces lead time for sending sample garments by getting the pattern approved by the buyer prior to sending the sample garments. Similar to Baksang, Unicoglobal YB is the biggest factory in the Yenbai province. Unicoglobal YB spans over an area of 12 hectares with a building area of 2.3 hectares. As of 2019, Unicoglobal YB has 1,800 employees.
Ngày 12 tháng 7, công ty trách nhiệm hữu hạn Unicoglobal Yên Bái đã khánh thành công trình ký túc xá miễn phí cho công nhân.
In 2019, in order to provide dormitories for workers whose homes were far away, the company started a construction project for a new dormitory. The dormitory is to provide homes for 384 workers with 4 people per room and is to be finished in August of 2019. Unico has customer satisfaction, quality management at its highest priority. The factory accomplishes this not only by tracking key performance indicators for on-time delivery, outgoing quality, complaint rate, and so on, but also by keeping a strict process as to how the garments are made in Unico. The high internal standards have led to Unico receiving certification and approval for the most difficult audits such as the GRS, RDS, GMP, and etc. When the factory receives the fabric and accessories from the suppliers, our warehouse staff inspect the materials carefully according to our standard. After inspection, the fabric is sent to the lab for further testing such as washing, color shading, shrinkage, waterproofing, color migration, croaking, pull strength test, according to buyer requirements and our internal standards. The data from testing is collected for data accumulation and is used to find any defects before it is sent to mass production. Once the fabric is determined to be defect-free, it is then sent to the cutting area. In the cutting area, our professionals determine whether the fabric should go through the sponging machine or to be released for a predetermined period of time. After the fabric is cut, the panels are numbered, inspected, and sent to the production lines, embroidery workshop, or the printing workshop, respectively. The lean team makes a sample of the garments in order to study each process prior to production. After the pre-production meeting, a top sample is made in which the leaders of each line and the lean team teach the sewing workers the techniques to improve production efficiency. A meeting is held between related departments in order to see which processes are problematic, either in mass production or quality, and make adjustments according to needs of the factory or the buyer's comment. Each line is given a production plan, worksheet, along with an internal trim card in order to provide accurate data on styles to be produced. The panels are then constructed carefully into individual garments. The factory has one in-line, one end-line, one after-iron QC to constantly check the work-in-process goods and garments in order to ensure that the garments being produced meet our internal and buyer quality standards. After each garment is carefully inspected, it is moved to the dry room through a needle detector. The garments are kept in the dry room for at least 6 hours in order to remove humidity from the garments. The garments that have had humidity removed is then carefully packed into polybags. After the garments are packed into polybags, they are inspected by a needle detector and is packed into the carton. Subsequently, the packed garments are inspected again through a pre-final inspection performed by our QA team, and then a final inspection according to standards required by each buyer. Finally, when the garments pass the final inspection, they are exported. The competitiveness of the factory lies in the capability to produce the most difficult garments in the world. Although the SMV has been increasing in the factory, the production capacity has also increased since 2016. There are many factors that contribute to this being possible, but the key is in the high-tech machinery and the development room. Unico has the most up-to-date technology in the garment field, with over 100 seam sealing machines, a sponging machine, automatic quilting machines, CAD/CAM systems, especially the ultrasonic machines and hot melt machines make available the no-thread sewing technique. Also, the Baksang factory is capable of developing garments from pattern to producing a sample product with a dedicated team of 84 experienced experts, with 53 licensed softwares currently in use. Through these expertise, Unico is capable of developing 1,000 pieces of garments and 2.2 million pieces of the most difficult styles at a competitive price every year. The trait of being able to produce the most difficult garments have been recognized in the garment industry and has led to Unico producing some of the most notable garments in history. Some recognizable specialty garments that Unico made are the ski uniforms for the 2014 Sochi Winter Olympics and the ski uniforms for the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Being the main factory for Colombia's outright garments, Unicoglobal produced the ski uniforms for the national teams of 7 different countries. Another strength of Unico is in the diverse buyer portfolio. Old and new partnerships with buyers have provided great benefits for both parties. Unico has buyers in North America, Europe, New Zealand, and South Korea. Unico's geographical advantage in Vietnam allows for low lead times and low transportation costs for export and import of goods. From Baksang, it takes 1 hour to Noi Bai and 3 hours to Haiphong. In the case of Yen Bai, it takes 2 hours to Noi Bai and 5 hours to Haiphong. The garments produced in Unico are exported worldwide to Northeast Asia, Southeast Asia, Oceania, the Middle East, Europe, North America, South America, and etc. Unico is dedicated to providing a happy and safe professional working environment to employees and make every effort to protect human rights of its workforce. Through effective management and commitment of 4,000 workers, Unico is paying competitive wages in the Baksang area all employees have health, social, and unemployment insurance. Unico enforces a policy of treating all employees equally, respecting their rights. Collective bargaining and discrimination or harassment of any kind is not tolerated. Annual festivals have become a tradition in Unico, in which all employees celebrate with diverse cultural in-house performances that encourage the spirit of all employees. Some notable festivals are on the anniversary at 30th of April, Women's Day, Vietnamese New Year. Unicoglobal is proud to be a professional and high-quality garment manufacturer. At Unicoglobal, we constantly strive to improve upon improvements. We are pleased to be your choice.